little town, hilltop town, to the west of Tuscany, very close to the coast, and it also gives its name to the region around it. It's kind of in the middle of what is a natural park called the Maremma, which until the early 20th century was a swamp and had lots of malaria flies in it. And then the second half of the 20th century became famous for very high quality red wine making especially. It's to the south of Chianti Classico and kind of on a parallel line to, say, Montalcino. And that's kind of interesting because the wines it produces are similar in size to those that we expect from Montalcino, and yet they're also completely and utterly different. And that's because it became famous for a wine made by a guy called the Marchese Incisio della Rocchetta, and what he did was produce a wine from the best grapes that he knew. He wasn't a winemaker of the region per se, but he wanted to make wine on his estate. And so his favourite wines are from Bordeaux, so he made grapes, or bought grapes from Bordeaux vines and planted them in his garden, if you like, on his estate in Bulgari, and broke every convention and law that the Italians were happy to have. And his wine became very, very successful, very popular, while the rest of Tuscany's wines were kind of lagging behind considerably, to say the least. So something had to be done, and they realised that although this table wine was really good, and they yet broke all the laws, they had to change the laws to fit what was a big change in the consumer's mindset. So the wine that we now know as Sassicaia is what came out of that project, and the rest of the world sort of followed suit. And the Maremma now is planted mostly with Bordeaux grape varieties, Cabernet, Merlot, Petit Verdot, Cabernet Franc. And in this particular vineyard, there was, when they bought it in 1990, quite a lot of Syrah in the Antinori estate. And the Syrah in this particular bottle now gives it a beautiful body. It's a little silkier than it would be had it not got that in it, if it was just the Bordeaux blend, which is what they do today, and they make it much more in the mould of the other great estates, so that they can charge more money, I guess, and so that they feel that they're sitting at the top table when it comes to quality. What you get here then is this lovely svelte, round evenness of body and delivery of flavour, and the net result, again I think that's probably because of the Syrah that it's got that sort of smoother feel to it, the net result is mature Tuscan wine plus mature Bordeaux flavours, and it's an amazing synthesis of the two. So on one hand you get sort of maturer, very overripe black cherries, morello cherry, tea leaf, but you also get leather, spice, licorice, currants, and dried berries as well. Medium tannins, medium acidity, and it's absolutely delicious. And it's a shame that they didn't put the Syrah in it anymore, because it means that what I think is a gorgeous wine isn't being made, and it's a bit of a shame. But to quote someone recently, them's the breaks.